All right, everybody. So this is it. This is the first real episode of Intramural Weekly because we got James back.
I'm here.
Full crew's here.
He wasn't happy
We didn't
about
get fired.
He wasn't too happy about last week, but you know, stuff happens. People forgot to text people.
Disappointing.
Some people's phones don't work like they should.
It happens. It's life.
But week 1 is done, and stats was interesting. Any of y'all that watch this that don't have an IM Leagues account, please go log in so that if you actually play, we can keep track of your stats. Otherwise, we can't do it. We can't keep track for stats of people that don't exist on IM Leagues.
It's a true statement.
Yeah. Be like LeBron not having an NBA account, and they just can't give him his points. It'd be dumb.
I don't think it works like that.
It does work like that.
Not having an NBA account. Interesting.
All right, so first we'll just talk about each individual league. We'll go to women's league. We'll give that to Tyler. No, we'll give it to James.
All right, guys. In the women's league this year, we actually have a competitive league. It looks as if Make It Drizzle and Trendsetters at the top, blowing out by 40. Blowing out their opponents by 40 this week, and looking to get off to a hot start before they play each other later in the season.
Don't look at the computer. Look at the camera.
Trendsetters led by Jarrett Powell. Everybody knows
Very
loves
scary
Jarrett
team. Very scary.
In the IM Leagues division, Jarrett led his team to a block 46-6. So it's like the Chicago Bears are playing defense again.
MVP for the women's league, looking to come out strong again. Sarah Vlatch for the Current Thunder scored 10 points in her first game, looking to make a better impression this next game and get her team actually a W this time.
Oh, wow. She had a terrible shooting percentage, though.
What is she shooting right now?
Good from, 29%.
29% from 3-point. She can improve from that. First game, a little rough. She was the only player out there, really.
Yeah, I feel
But
it.
she can only get better.
For sure.
I mean, she could get worse.
Yeah, not for her.
That's it for the women's league. Going into men's Greek. See how the winners, we had 6 winners: Pike, Sigma Chi, SAE, Delta Tau Delta, ATO, and Sig Tau. The losers: Theta Chi, Sig Nu, Phi Delta, TKE, Phi Psi, and K. Took some pretty bad beatings. Phi Delta didn't even show up, so whatever. Sig Nu actually had the worst loss, 18-54.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a pretty big smacking. But they played Pike, and Pike's got Pat. Pat went crazy.
Pat, big day, buddy.
Went
Dropping
point.
what, 22 or 21?
23 points.
23 points.
He's really on his game right now, and he's rolling through this season.
10 more points than any other Greek league player scored.
Yeah, I guess if you're 6'8", that helps. So that's a nice,
I'm pretty
nice
sure his shooting
advantage.
percentage is pretty stupid.
Oh
too.
yeah, he only had one missed shot in the first half.
91%.
91%. That's silly.
That's interesting.
With multiple, I mean, that's scoring 23 points. It's not just like he, shot 2 shots and made.
He's having a season that we all expected him to have coming out of last year.
Did we?
And it's scary, this guy can get going and he'll be a force to reckon with.
And that's a product of Coach Landry Lee.
Interesting enough.
Landry's not the coach anymore, though. So
And
who is the
still,
coach now?
He's still a Pike. So it's a Landry.
Brought
Lee.
in with the Landry League
Yeah.
classes. I got you. Yeah, what you're saying.
Great recruiter, that Landry Lee guy. Great
For sure.
recruiter. Is he a Nick Saban type? Can get that insta commit?
Maybe.
He's almost there. Although Pike, this may be their last chance at dominance, though.
Yeah.
I'm sure got a lot of people leaving. A lot of people that this is their last chance to do anything.
I'll tell you what though, the Delch impressed me with their big win over KA. Had a dominant game, especially
48-26.
ran the floor well and ran KA to death. A lot of layups, a lot of easy shots. Michael had a good day at point. Couple of points for him. Good slasher.
Surprisingly close game. Sig Tau TKE 34-31.
I was on that game. Sigtal late, weird, good shots by Yates. Somehow he found some post game late in the game and it worked.
This is where we see Sigtal go downhill. They barely beat TKE. It's kind of scary.
Yeah.
It's
What
kind
do
of
you say
scary.
about
looking.
TKE?
Sigtal's supposed to be.
I mean, I'm pretty
more
sure TKE
dominant.
has one of the highest 3-point shooters on the team. Jonathan Goodell.
It's just Sigtal is not what they used to be. It's scary. 2 years ago, Sigtal was a force to be reckoned with, and now they're battling TKE for a win. Interesting to see how they move on this season, though.
Maybe just shaking off some rust.
Let's talk about one of TKE's players. They had 3 of the top 5 players in 3-point attempts per game.
Interesting.
John Godot he made 3 out of 11.
He had
5. He attempted 5
horrible
more threes than anyone else in Greek.
That's
he
what,
airballed
28%?
about 4 of them.
Is that
He
that
airballed about
28%
3 of
you
them.
shoot it?
4.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Well, I doubt it'll show how awful that is, but
He really does like the airball.
yeah.
It's a new thing for
A
players.
lot of his shots went in close, Tyler. It was bad.
But they have 3 of the top 5 in 3-point attempts. Were they just jacking it up? I mean,
I guess.
Kyle Riley with 6 attempts.
I guess
Jacob
they-
Rhodes with 4.
Analytic road and went ahead just more threes you make,
Hey,
the more threes you take.
They
the more
almost
you make.
won. So
Yeah, so it works.
Yeah, I
It
guess
could
so.
work.
Now imagine they start making like,
Interesting
if
to
they
see
get
how
to
they
like
do against
35%, they could be dangerous.
They could be at Warriors.
They could be Golden State. They could have
That's-
splash
that's
triplets.
scary. That is
Forget the
scary.
Splash Brothers. Throw them out. Splash triplets. It's a new thing coming out.
That is scary.
that's it for men's Greek. Let's go a step on to men's comp rec.
Comp.
So, as you guys know, comp and rec are kind of combined again. So, like Steven said last week, the top 3 seeds will go to comp, the bottom 3 go to rec. So, comp rec is kind of combined. Anybody you guys want to start with? How about Hoop City?
Hoop City.
That they're not.
They're a comp rec. We're combining.
Oh, right.
Right.
Hoop City. They lost their game 18-39. I don't know much about them. I didn't remember anything.
Never seen them. They don't look good off the stats that we see. I haven't seen any of their players in the top 5. Probably a bottom dweller right team, be in the B bracket, and probably get beat first or second round.
And what about TCG? Boy, they got hot.
Wow, they got some shoot
They
turds.
got hot and stayed hot the entire game.
2 of the
TCG.
top 5 scorers this week, with Bryce Elkin scoring 23 and Scott Davis scoring 19.
TCG, huh?
They got hot.
Bryce Elkin, he had a great game.
had a great
game.
three-point
It's the
shooting
flow.
game.
It's the flow. The flow helps him get his shot going. That's
He-
just my opinion, though.
He attempted 3, made 5. So he 5 and 9. And then
So-
Scott, they have the top 2 3-point shooters.
And they have a really scary team to watch out for. They're all track athletes. They know how to run the floor. When they get going, it's hard to stop them, guys.
And they have a
30 points
dark
combined,
horse
though.
coming out. And Coach Michael Courtney, wow, we're watching for you.
I think most improved, for sure, so far, is this team right here.
30 points between 2
That's
players.
interesting.
Well, actually, 40.
You know, the
42
rest
points
of all you have to
between
do
two
is
players.
just get a couple layups here and there, and then you're putting up 50.
You get the-
It's
got
hard
the
to beat
double
if someone
rings.
beats
They won
50.
60-38. So Bryce and Scott single-handedly outscored the other team.
Basically, they got the double rings like you get in 2K, so they stayed hot. So,
Wonder how long this hot streak will continue.
Let's talk about Trevor Snyder.
Hey,
though, huh?
now, talk about the leading scorer in the men's division. That is something right there.
25 points. He played in 2 games, so he scored 32 last night, which was Thursday night. And so what does that mean? He scored about 18 his first game Monday night.
He scored enough.
Yeah.
He is scary. He's hot. When he gets hot, exit the gym, guys.
And the team has scored a total of 120 points and only allowed 58, but that's a 62-point differential in 2 games, averaging to beating teams 35 to 31 points.
I'll tell you what, he could be the front runner for MVP.
He's definitely got to be my
He's
pick
my-
for player.
he's my
Your
vote.
two?
He's my vote.
That's 2 against 1. I
Yeah,
don't care
no,
who you got, Tyler.
no.
No.
I mean, you know what? I'll fight for Pat. Pat's a good player. He had a lot of rebounds. We don't keep track of rebounds. Had a great shooting percentage and led Pike to a dominant win. I'm taking Pat.
If we were to keep rebounds, I don't know. Trevor would. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Stuffer,
Yes,
huh?
he is. And
Wow.
with 25 points, he's averaging about 8 rebounds and 7 assists.
But then you got to keep track of Pat's blocks because he had about 7. You know, being 6'9" in a league of guards is nice.
That is very nice. Scoring 25 is also nice.
Yeah. My
91%.
thing is just playing Signu one game, we didn't really get to see a total work. You know
Yeah, I
what
want to see him challenged.
Yeah.
See that whole Pike
But
team
who can challenge
see-
that height? Goon Squad? That's the only team I could give him a verbal run for their money. Or,
Maybe KA.
no.
The Delts could.
Delts? Could they?
I think the Delts could hang with Pike for a little
They
bit.
can hang out because they can run the floor. You have to just outrun them, all those big guys.
Yeah. And they do have the second highest scorer in Greek, Michael Chica at 13.
Chica.
Pat That is 10 points ahead of the next highest scorer in men's Greek.
Interesting
Dominant player.
performance you did there. Interesting performance.
We're going to go ahead and name off, though, our top 5 point scorers for this last week. We did, like we said, Trevor Snyder with 25 points per game, Bryce with 23, Allen Gima with 19 for Team Full of Scrubs, Jeremy Bennett with 19 for Yellow House, and then Scott Davis for TCG with 19 points.
That Jeremy Bennett, I tell you what, he is scary. If he gets
What's
going
his
for Yellow
nickname?
House, Bigfoot. If he gets going for Yellow House, I don't know. They could be a team to be reckoned with.
And only one person fouled out in men's reg. Let's check men's comp real quick. Okay, yeah, so out of all the men's divisions,
Caleb Wallace.
Caleb Wallace is the only person that fouled out.
Used to be an official for us, too.
It's
Really?
a hacky shack right there, baby. He's got it down pat.
I mean, he's averaging 5 fouls a game.
That's crazy.
'Cause
That's
he fouled out.
unprecedented.
That's awesome.
Only 5 technical fouls given out this week, so that's decent. Get better about that, gentlemen. Wow, Trevor is averaging 8.5 2-pointers per game.
8.5.
Trevor is he's skilled. He's skilled. And don't let him get going this year because y'all see what Steph Curry's doing this year.
And
Watch for Trevor.
we don't see many skilled players anymore. We see good players. We don't see many skilled. He can do it everything. Is he a 5-tool player? Can run the floor,
He
shoot,
can do
defend.
it all.
He
Rebound.
beats people down the court. He went coast to coast about 3 or 4 times.
Oh,
yeah,
Rough
he
in
can
that
do
game.
it
It was
all.
pretty
So
nasty.
he doesn't need an airline ticket, huh?
Can we
He's
talk
going
about
coast to coast.
this crazy stat right here of 3 points attempted per game?
Oh, my.
What do we got?
Lathan Washington, for anonymous, shot 17.
3-pointers. Holy
How many did he make?
brother.
Not even 3.
So 2.
Maybe
Maybe.
0.
Maybe 0.
Well, this guy took a lot of threes. We do not know how many he made, but
You know,
he took a lot.
I think it'd be better if you don't have that range. Let's step inside and let's go to the 2-point line. Let's go ahead and get the easier
Right.
shots.
Bring yourself in a little bit,
Yeah.
you know? Just
Let's
help
find the
yourself
range
out.
first.
Because that's scary. Oh my, that's
It's
scary.
tough to win games when you're missing 17 to 16 to 15 3-pointers by one player.
And if he's taking all your shots and he's not making them, guys, maybe it's a time for that. Maybe that's a coaching problem right there. You can't put the ball in that guy's hands every time.
For real.
He's no LeBron. That's to say the least. Wait.
Avengers is the big loser this week. Their point differential is negative 82.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Wow.
goodness.
They've scored 47, giving up 129.
Wow. Yeah, that's scary.
Wow.
That's scary. I feel like this is a reoccurring thing with the Avengers, so maybe, probably recruit differently or
You guys should call
More
Superman.
practice.
Call
yeah, more
Superman.
practice.
Superman or Batman or
That's what y'all need.
Spider-Man. Call some superheroes.
Because that's scary, and I know that can't be fun.
We'll just go down the line, though, the top 10 in the men's rec division. So like I said, men's comp is its own division, but everything is mixed together when it comes to playoff time, so the stats are hard to keep separated. So the top 10 out of the men's rec is All We Do Is Bang with a point differential of 62. They're 2-0. Family 2-0 with 50 points. Yellow House 50-point differential at 2-0. Team Full of Scrubs 2-0 with 34-point differential. Hype 1-0, 21-point differential. Pie Cap.
Oh, interesting. Pie Cap, 2-0.
Wow.
I want to know who they played.
Let's find
Hey,
out.
don't sleep on them. Maybe this is their sport.
Oh no, I clicked the wrong one. That's
Pie Cap,
incredible.
2-0. Would have never thought it.
I think you guys are just so negative on Pie Cap. I think they have potential. Who knows?
Well, they beat Rat Pack 28-23 and then beat Anonymous. And Anonymous is that team
Yeah, that puts up 17 3-pointers again.
by one player. So
28-23 in their first win.
they
That's
play double
impressive.
stuffed. That's a good team. I would like to see them play double stuffed and see how
And
they
you
handle
didn't
that.
know. I want to see how they finish out the year.
For
Should
sure.
be very interesting.
Pike Gold 1-0 with 18-point differential. The Kuliatsevs, which are in a current name change situation, 16-point differential. Splash Brothers Entertainment, 27-point differential.
May I stop you for a second? Splash Brothers Entertainment, that's a serious team.
Really?
They're something to be reckoned with
So
because
are they like the Splash Brothers?
they can shoot out the gym. 35 feet, they're shooting it.
Oh,
and
right.
they're not hesitating to pull it either.
35 feet. That's some serious range.
Yeah, it's scary.
I mean, yeah, they got the numbers.
They're scary. They're a scary team. Someone really to watch out for. looking to test the comp teams, and they don't even know it.
Let's talk about Goon Squad. Can we go to their stats?
Hey, Goon Squad, the whole team.
Yep. Goon Squad, scary team, comp division, loaded talent. You know, you have Xavier Berry, you have Dominique Haynes, 2 good players. We'll see what they can do this year. They won comp 2013, and they win. Did they win last year?
No, they lost last year in the championship.
Lost last year in the championship.
They only had 3 players that we could record stats for because, like we said, not everyone on their team has an IM Leagues account.
Get an IM Leagues account. We'll keep your stats. We love stats. Score.
Stats make this easier. Like we said, we're getting used to this. So this may sound sketchy and stuff because we're looking off the computer. We'll have better things printed out and better things to go off of next week. We're still getting used to this.
But you got to make your IM Leagues account. So, it's a recurring theme here, boys and girls.
Their 2-point percentage wasn't terrible. This is a little bit awful right here, the way they've got that set up.
2.833.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They made 10 out of 12 for the 3 people that we could record stats for, and then 1 out of 6 from 3, so that's a little bad.
There's that 83% they're shooting there.
Is that?
So
That's good math.
interesting.
Nice math.
Look at it together.
I don't know about basketball, but I'm pretty much done with basketball. Anything to say? Y'all got anything to say?
Nothing less to say. Just have a good season. Good luck. Be nice.
By the way, big shout out to Reed Westbrook. Had a big day from 3.
But
And who does he play for?
you guessed it.
You guessed it. Yeah, they have a good team. A couple of former basketball players. Jason, I know, plays for them. So they're also, I think they're my dark horse this year.
I don't think he has an IM League account because we don't have any.
Yeah, they're my dark horse this year. So we'll see what they got.
I'm looking to see the Kulietzes against them. See what they can bring out. That seems like a scary
Hey,
game.
where did that
You guessed
name
it.
come from? The Kulietis. What is that?
Kuliopsis.
I'm sorry. How do you pronounce it?
Kuliopsis.
Sarah, we love you.
Sarah's the promotional head of
Team mom.
promotions at Campus Rec.
Oh, there
Team
you go.
moms.
Head of promotions,
One
our
of the
team moms.
Shout out to Sarah.
She really gets it done for us week in and week out. She does the things behind the scene, the things that you don't see, you know. And she's really good. And she's the one that takes this campus recreation.
We
to
got
another level.
like we said, another intramural sports going on. Softball registration just missed the deadline for early registration. We still got late registration until next Thursday at 6 o'clock. So please sign up a team for that.
$40.
We are keeping stats for that too. So we will give out awards for most home runs, most triples, stuff like that. Like we will give away awards for best 3-point shooting percentage with a certain minimum of shots allowed, and then 2-point percentage, stuff like that.
Highest scorer.
Highest score, coolest team name. We're going to get, we will, whoever wins the championship too, we will talk about them just a little bit. Not too much though, because we really don't care about winning.
It's just all about getting it done.
Yes.
That's what it's about.
Results. I feel if I was you were in that.
You guys are crazy. You guys are really crazy. Until next time, guys, have a good day. Peace.
Signing off.
Oh.
There we go.
I didn't know that was a thing.